I was in heaven that day, when Lucifer pushed his way into the gathering of the sons of God. He came with one purpose: to accuse God's children. My father spoke of Job, his faithful servant, a man who loved him with a pure heart. But Lucifer, filled with pride and deception, twisted the truth and challenged Job's devotion. To expose Lucifer's lies, my father allowed him to test Job. And I watched as a wicked smile curled across Lucifer's face the moment he was given permission. He rushed out, eager to unleash destruction, certain he would break the man God called righteous.
What if one day, without warning, everything you loved was ripped away? Your home gone, your children gone, your body broken, and heaven itself stayed silent. Would you still trust God? In the ancient land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was blameless, upright, a man who feared God and turned away from evil. Job was blessed with abundance, 7 sons, 3 daughters, thousands of animals, and servants beyond number. He was known across the East as a man of great wealth and even greater faith. But far above the earth, in the courts of heaven, a meeting took place. The angels gathered before the Lord, and among them came Satan, the accuser. The Lord said, "Where have you come from?" Satan replied, "From roaming through the earth, going back and forth upon it." Then God said, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him, righteous, faithful, blameless." But Satan sneered, "Of course he worships you. You've blessed him, protected him, made him rich. Take it all away, and he will curse you to your face." And the Lord said, "Very well. Everything he has is in your hands, but do not touch his life." "I alone escaped to tell you." Before he could finish, another burst through the door. "Fire fell from the heavens. It burned the sheep and the servants. I alone escaped." Then came a third. "The Chaldeans raided the camels and killed the servants. I alone escaped to tell you." And finally, the last messenger, voice breaking, "Your sons and daughters were feasting in their brother's house. A mighty wind struck it down. The house collapsed, and they are gone." In a single moment, Job's world was silent, everything gone. Job fell to his knees. He tore his robe, he shaved his head in mourning, and then he worshipped. "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this, Job did not sin, but the accuser returned. The Lord asked, "Where have you come from?" Satan replied, "From roaming through the earth." Then God said, "Have you considered my servant Job? He still remains faithful, though you incited me to destroy him without cause." Satan smirked. "Skin for skin. A man will give all he has for his own life. Strike his flesh and bones, and he will curse you." And the Lord said, "Very well, he is in your hands, but spare his life." Sores broke out across Job's body from head to toe. His skin cracked, bled, and burned. He sat among ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. His wife, consumed by grief, whispered, "Are you still holding on to your faith? Curse God and die." But Job looked at her and said softly, "You speak as one of the foolish women. Shall we accept good from God and not also trouble?" And even then Job did not sin. When Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, heard what had happened, they came to comfort him. But when they saw him from afar, they didn't recognize the man they once knew. They wept aloud. They tore their robes, and for 7 days and 7 nights they sat beside him in silence. No words, just sorrow. At last Job spoke. His voice cracked through the stillness. May the day of my birth perish. Why did I not die at birth? Why was I allowed to see the light? His friends could bear it no longer. Eliphaz said, No innocent man suffers like this. God punishes the wicked. Perhaps you have sinned. Job answered, You twist my pain into proof. I have done no wrong, and even if he slays me, I will trust him. Bildad said, Your children must have sinned. God is just. Job cried, You mock me. If only God would speak and hear my case. Then Zophar thundered, Stop deceiving yourself. Confess your sin before it's too late. Their words cut deep, but Job's faith still stood. And then the heavens roared. Thunder rolled across the desert. Lightning split the sky. Out of the storm, God spoke. Who is this that darkens my counsel with words without knowledge? Stand like a man, I will question you, and you will answer. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Who set its measurements? Have you commanded the morning to appear? Do you send the lightning? Do you feed the lions or guide the stars? Can you pull in Leviathan with a hook? Every word shook the ground. Job fell to the earth and whispered, I am unworthy. I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know. I had heard of you before, but now I have seen you with my own eyes. I repent in dust and ashes. Then the Lord turned to Job's friends and said, You have not spoken rightly of me as my servant Job has. Offer a sacrifice, and Job will pray for you. They obeyed, and Job prayed for them. And when he did, God restored everything Job had lost, twice over. 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 oxen, 1,000 donkeys, 7 sons, 3 daughters. Job lived another 140 years. He saw his children and grandchildren to the 4th generation, and he died, an old man, full of peace. Job's story isn't just about suffering. It's about faith that endures when the world falls apart. When heaven feels silent, God is still working. When you lose everything, He is still enough. Because the same God who restored Job is the same God who can restore you. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.